Are you currently struggling how to achieve an A star to an A in sociology for A-Level 2024? Today I'm going to give you my own personal tips and tricks onto how I went from an E to an A by the end of the year. First, a backstory. I was literally at an E by the end of year 12 and obviously I was not happy with that. In my January mocks, I was at a B and I was still not pleased. And then by some miracle, I managed to get an A by the end of the year, and these 5 secrets as to how I did it. So the first thing that I would advise is to do literally every single past paper. That's what I did. I answered every single past paper that I could possibly find on Revision World. Up until 2017 to 2022, I managed to get some past papers from my teachers from the previous year because they're obviously not online. And I would seriously advise doing this, giving them to your teachers to mark as well, so then you can always improve. I kept improving every single time. I saw my progress change extravagantly. I was getting 10 out of 10 on past papers and I was starting at like 6 out of 10 for the 10 markers as well. That's definitely a huge advantage as to why I achieved an A. The second secret that I would say is that you don't need all the theorists to remember. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, the teachers expect you to learn every single theorist there is and what they say, and even though half of them repeat themselves, and you don't even need it. I literally only remembered, I want to say, at least 30 by the end. In year 12, I definitely revised over 50, 60, and I only used about 20 in my actual exam. That's what the examiners say as well. In my last video, I mentioned one of the videos you can watch. And in one of the videos, the examiners literally said that some of the questions you don't even need to use the theorists. So don't waste your time stressing about them at all. Pick the main ones that you will remember and life will be so much easier for you. A third point into how I got an A in sociology was that I used the study books to help me. I used both the blue and the red one, year 1 and year 2, and I cannot describe enough how much these helped. They kind of give you the answers in a way. It's kind of a curve, I guess, to what they are expected to see in the exam. I cannot stress this enough. Please buy them. They are relatively expensive, or if your school provides them, great. That's what my school did, and I literally demolished the books. I was highlighting every single page, putting sticky notes everywhere, memorizing a few things. This helped a lot. Please get the books, or if you get it online, but this is what definitely got me the A. The fourth point is that it's a bit silly, but I used sandwich bags as a way to put in my flashcards. I never knew anyone who did this, but I wrote all my flashcards on pieces of paper. I didn't buy flashcards, I just ripped them with a ruler, made flashcards and put them in sandwich bags. And the way I did this, it was very organised. I labelled each one in each category. So for example, I did one for cultural deprivation and I wrote in there ethnicities, family structure and all of that. I remember for education, I did working class problems in education, and those particular sociologists I just put in a sandwich bag, and on the front cover of the sandwich bag I wrote an acronym to remember. For working class achievement, I can't remember the acronym, but I'll put one on the screen as an example for what I did. This helped me so much, and when a question came up in the exam, I remembered it like that by the acronym and by the specific topic. My last point is definitely the main point of them all, was that I memorised every single past paper that I practiced. This links to the first point I said. So every single past paper that I did, I memorised every single one. And if you notice, the questions repeat themselves most year. So I realised when I was writing most past papers, I could have actually repeated my answers exactly no matter what the question was, as long as it lined up or it was very similar. So this just proves you don't need a different answer for the same question. You don't need a different answer every single time. I would definitely study into this more because this definitely got me an A. I really studied it and realised that I was wasting my time trying to find a different answer for each question when really I was repeating a lot. I remember my 30 marker was synoptic, so I remembered all the 30 markers that I did for education and wrote 4 paragraphs, copied and pasted it basically from my memory, and voila, that's how I did it for all my sociology papers.